Hey there friends, welcome back to another Legally Armed America video. I'm of course Paul Glasgow here, the one and only truth pimp dealing you a vulgar display of logic and reason on a daily basis. You guys getting tired of hearing about the corruption within the federal government, more specifically in this case the FBI, and more specifically in this case January 6th, the insurrection? I'm going to run down some things before I give you the breaking new video evidence that I want to share with you guys today. I want to show you the things that not only lead me, but most of you to believe that the FBI is up to no good. Depending on who is over the administration doesn't really matter. It seems, again, as I stated yesterday in my video, that the rot is there. The rot is at the core of this whole thing. So I'm going to tell you all the things that we know of so far that simply don't add up regarding the FBI and January 6th, and then I'm going to share the breaking new video with you. Let's first talk about the FBI informants embedded in key groups. The FBI admitted to having at least a dozen confidential human sources in the crowd on January 6th, including members of groups like the Proud Boys and Oath Keepers. In the Proud Boys trial, it came out that one informant was feeding info to the FBI in real time, yet no one stopped the events from escalating. Why weren't these assets used to de-escalate or prevent entry into the Capitol instead of encouraging it? Remember the Greasy Gretchen Whitmer kidnapping plot in Michigan? This has the same vibe as that. Obviously, it's a setup. If you don't remember the Michigan thing, it's like the FBI guys were trying to encourage a group of men to kidnap Greasy Gretchen, and it's like the guys were like, no, we're not interested in that. Oh, come on, really? No, dude, leave me alone. We're not interested in that. Oh, come on, really? It's like the FBI bugged these guys until there was a hint that they might want to take part in it. Same thing with January 6th. Let's talk about Ray Epps, the untouchable instigator. He was caught on video multiple times urging people to, quote, go into the Capitol the night before and on January 6th itself. He was even seen near the first breach of barriers. Yet, while hundreds of others face years in prison for similar or lesser actions, Epps got a slap on the wrist, a misdemeanor charge, and probation. Why? Theories are everywhere that he was an FBI asset or an informant. And as I stated in my video a couple days ago, a week ago, the pipe bomber. She was one of them. Pipe bombs were discovered, quote unquote, near the DNC and RNC headquarters on January 6th, perfectly timed to divert attention and heighten the chaos. But the FBI's handling has been an absolute joke. The suspect captured on the blurriest video of any blurry video I've ever seen hasn't been caught despite years of investigation and advanced tech like cell phone data. Of course, we showed last week that everybody else, including The Blaze and all their non-governmental reporters, know who it is. It was a lesbian that worked for the Capitol Police that now works for the CIA. FBI can't seem to find that, but independent reporters can. Let's talk about failure to act on pre-event intelligence. The FBI had warnings from multiple sources about potential violence on January 6th, including their own field offices and social media monitoring. Yet they downplayed it in briefings to Capitol Police and didn't ramp up security. They purposefully did not ramp up security, even knowing all this. A 2023 article outlined 5 reasons for this failure, including bureaucratic silos and underestimating the threat. But was it incompetence or was it intentional? Critics point to internal FBI memos showing they knew about armed groups heading to D.C., but they did absolutely nothing. This looks a lot like the whole pipe bomb fiasco. Lots of intel, zero action. Can we talk about entrapment and overreach in prosecutions? In some of the J6 trials, defendants have claimed that FBI informants encouraged illegal acts. For instance, in the Oath Keepers case, an informant testified to being in contact with handlers during the event. The FBI's use of, quote, ghost buses, these were unmarked vehicles allegedly transporting provocateurs, had been flagged in congressional probes. Plus, the Bureau altered evidence in some cases, like editing out exculpatory footage. A 2024 report highlighted how the FBI faced blame for not preventing the riot, but their aggressive prosecutions, over about 1,000 arrests that I know of, seem designed to silence dissent. Why target grandma with a selfie but let instigators walk? Now let's talk about coordination with the J6 committee and the media. The FBI worked hand in glove with Democrat-led J6 Select Committee, providing select evidence while withholding exculpatory info. Leaks show the committee ignored FBI reports downplaying the insurrection label. And remember the missing footage? Over 14,000 hours were hidden until 2023, revealing police firing munitions into peaceful crowds first. And finally, there's a much broader pattern of cover-ups and stonewalling. The FBI stonewalled congressional subpoenas on J6 intel, and Director Ray dodged questions on informants during hearings. Ties to the D.C. pipe bomber's cell phone pinging near FBI headquarters, completely unexplained. J6 feels like part of a bigger deep state playbook to demonize patriots in this case. That's a lot. That's a lot of coincidences. That's a lot of suspicious activity that we're just supposed to look the other way and go, that's just normal. It was an insurrection. There's new video out that was pieced together that came out today. A new video out was posted today that I grabbed off of X by Free State Will, a self-described pro-sixer who beat the U.S. government. He shares a 38-second edited clip from newly released CCTV footage by the House Administration Committee. The video synchronized by him was a security camera with visuals from and audio from recordings by former FBI liaison to Capitol Police John Guandolo, captured during the January 6 events at the U.S. Capitol. I find that to be pretty remarkable. I'm a pretty decent judge of what people do in various situations, whether it be body language, what they say, combination of things, how they are reacting to the situation at hand at that very moment. And this reeks, in my opinion. In the footage, a small group of people is gathered on a grassy area near a stage, watching and reacting as a large crowd of protesters, shown in an inset overlay, rushes up the east steps of the Capitol building, waving flags and banners. The clip zooms in on a man labeled as an active duty FBI colleague of Guandolo, who is seen clapping enthusiastically and exclaiming, "Oh man, this is huge." The author of this post notes that he previously submitted this synchronized video as a sealed exhibit in court and quotes his own earlier post from February 2024 about filing a motion to compel the government to identify active duty FBI employees present in the crowd with Guandolo on that day. So as we watch the video, Guandolo is the guy who is standing up top. I guess he's standing on something. And to our left, to the left of him, is the other FBI agent. It appears that, according to the report, that it's an FBI agent flanking him on both sides. The guy to his right, to our left, you can see him saying, "Oh man, this is a big deal," or something like that, and applauding with a big grin on his face. These are FBI guys. Why would the FBI, at the very moment, now remember, this is a couple of hours probably after the pipe bombs were discovered. I might remind you that these pipe bombs were identical in their appearance as the pipe bombs that are used in FBI training for pipe bombs. But this was hours after the pipe bombs were discovered, and these guys are jubilant as they see the first people start to breach the Capitol and run up the stairs in order to enter the Capitol. They're happy, they're giddy, and they are literally clapping about this. Why would FBI agents, who we were originally told were never there, remember, we were told these guys were never there. Now we literally have video proof of 3 of them that were there. This video is not being questioned, by the way. Nobody is saying these guys aren't FBI. Everybody has acknowledged these are FBI agents. So tell me, why would 3 FBI agents be giddy and overcome with joy at an event that they're not supposed to be at, where people supposedly breached the Capitol and went inside and created an insurrection. Folks, this ain't about speculation. All these instances, including this latest video, are documented criticisms from congressional reports, whistleblowers, independent investigators, and us, the American people. The FBI's actions, or let's call them inactions in many cases, on January 6th scream setup. They embedded informants, they ignored threats, they botched probes. It's not justice, guys. This is not the way the FBI, at least not what we were told, how they should be operating. It is past time for full transparency. They need to release all the footage, 14,000 freaking hours of footage. Name all the informants and investigate the investigators. Friends, if you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and drop your comments down below. What's going on here? Are these string of events that I just named here coincidences? Or does this implicate the FBI without a doubt, but somehow or another nothing sticks whenever we find all these instances of FBI involvement? Somehow nothing ever happens. Am I the only one here that is getting a little bit tired of discovering proof that the feds and the federal government are in on everything, yet no one ever gets held to account, arrested, thrown in jail, or even put in front of a firing squad? Am I the only one tired of this? Let me know down below in the comments. Don't forget, guys, if you're looking for a book to educate yourself and to educate the idiots out there who can't think for themselves regarding mass shootings, go to damnliars.net. Again, damnliars.net, and get my brand new book, Damn Liars.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
It's hanging around.